In this example, we'll be solving for x in this equation. But as we can see, we have a fraction in this equation. Now there are two methods that we can do when dealing with fractions. Our first method is to obviously just isolate for x by subtracting the fractions to both sides. But the trouble with that is that when you subtract fractions and add fractions, they always have to have the same denominator. So that can be a bit more work for us. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to find the lowest common denominator of all the numbers. Well, there only is one denominator, of 3, so that means 3 is our lowest common denominator. So to get rid of this denominator, we are going to multiply both sides by 3, because whatever we do to one side of the equal sign, we always have to do to the other. So now we can take this 3 and multiply it by everything inside our brackets. 3 times 2x is 6x, and 3 times 1/3, well, the 3's cancel out, and we're just left with plus 1. And then we have 6 times 3, which equals 18. Now we have no fractions in our question, and we can easily isolate for x. So first we want to subtract 1 by both sides, and then we get 6x plus 1 minus 1 is 0, and then 18 minus 1 is 17. And then to get rid of this multiplication between the 6 and the x, we are just going to divide both sides by 6. So now we have x equals 17 over 6 as our final answer. Now you can double check this by plugging in 17 over 6 into our original question. So we would have 2 times 17 over 6 plus 1/3 equals 6. And then as long as you get both sides equaling 6, then you know that your solution of x was correct. So 2 times 17 over 6 is 17 over 3 plus 1/3 equals 6. And then the denominators are the same, so we can add our numerators, and we have 17 plus 1 is 18 over 3 equals 6, and 18 divided by 3 is 6, so 6 equals 6, and because both sides equal the same thing, then our answer of x equals 17 over 6 was correct.